About the AFC South. So I think.
There's a history in this league of
Brought him up.
That's an example.
So
I didn't want to
finish
make him
this.
the subject.
For those who believe, for those who are ready.
You have no idea what song
I
it is.
have no idea what song it is.
It's a hot song right now. All right, we're back with Jimmy Drust. So, where do you think Ben Roethlisberger ranks in quarterbacks all time?
God. You're gonna. Alright. So, everyone's gonna have them different. Like, me and my friend were going over this. Like, Ranker has him like 20th. Like, over ridiculous people. Like, even the older people that, like, before the merger, blah, blah, blah. If we're gonna be, like, rank off, like, numbers and success, he's definitely top 10. I think you absolutely could put him in the top 10 conversations.
Because in that '04 draft class, you had Phillip Rivers,
Eli
you
Manning.
had Eli Manning, Ben Roethlisberger,
Mm-hmm.
and I think there was one more.
I don't know who it was. I mean, you're probably gonna see it. It wasn't Alex Smith. He came after.
Alex Smith was in '05.
Yeah, he came after. Because the same draft as Rodgers, he was in.
All right, let's see. Oh no,
Trying to be like it wasn't Palmer. Might have been Costa Palmer, I think.
who else was in that draft? I know Fitzy was there.
Oh,
All right,
Ryan
so
Fitzpatrick.
So quarterback wise, you got Eli Manning, who was traded to the New York Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had Phillip Rivers, who was traded to the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
You had Ben Roethlisberger,
Mm-hmm.
and I think those were the three big names quarterback wise.
Well, there's no name that you see that's like popping out.
Matt Schwab,
Oh,
but I wouldn't.
yeah.
Luke
You know,
McDowell.
those are the big. Yeah, those are the big draft that year.
But of Ben Roethlisberger's era, you had Tom Brady, Peyton Manning,
Mm-hmm.
Drew Brees. You could even throw Aaron Rodgers in there, who has one Super Bowl. I think at the end of the day, if you were to compare who's the better quarterback, yeah, you could say Tom Brady, but I'm not going to put him in that conversation.
No,
I think
I would say he's on his own like cloud. He's away from all that.
yeah, I would say Peyton Manning was better than Ben Roethlisberger.
Yes.
Drew Brees was better than Ben Roethlisberger.
Numbers wise, yes. Ben went to 3 Super Bowls compared to his one and got back there. But if we're saying number wise, yes.
Do I think he's better than Aaron Rodgers? No.
Yes. You don't think cool what, because MVPs?
Correct.
We had a conversation before when I first started about that.
Is he a Hall of Famer? Yeah.
Yeah, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
64,000 yards, 418 touchdowns.
He's top 10 in almost every category you put him in.
So is Eli.
But Ben had more success than Eli.
Yeah, no.
Ben had more success than Eli. Like
All right, let's see what his record was.
he went above 500 every year.
No, that I know, but I'm talking about like all time.
Oh yeah, Ben's gonna have. Don't forget, Ben played longer than Eli.
All right, Ben went 165 and 81.
He went, what was that?
165 and 81.
Okay, that's so much better than what you were to say about Eli. Eli barely went 500. I think he went like one something and one something.
All right, 12 times he went to the playoffs.
Yes.
Ben. All right, let's see Eli.
Eli probably went like 5 times to the playoffs.
All right, so Eli has 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
The record is 117 and 117.
Come on, he barely breaks 500. What
In
are you talking
six
about?
in 16 years, Eli made the playoff six
I was
times.
all to say
He's Tom Brady's daddy.
he is Tom Brady's daddy. There's not an argument about that. There's no argument about that. I agree with you on that one. But still, you're gonna say Eli's better than Ben? No.
All time, you can.
All
You can
time. All
you
time.
can make an argument.
I can. He's saying the same thing. This is my Pete's stepdad.
It sounds like maybe Big Ben did, but no.
No, they won both the same. They won 2 Super Bowls. The only difference is the MVPs. That's it.
No.
And we're gonna say like longevity wise, it's gonna be Ben. Ben played what, 20 seasons? Close to it?
I think 18.
18. To his what, 12 you said? Or 16?
16.
Yeah, he played 2 more years than him and had more success. He went over 500 multiple times compared to Eli. He made the playoffs 12 times. 12 out of 18 seasons? Come on. He had the best rookie season and any quarterback. Maybe it's try CJ Stroud. Or I'm sorry, not CJ Stroud, Jan Daniels.
Can you make the argument that he had the better roster? Le'Veon Bell, Jerome Bettis, Antonio Brown.
So did Eli. Eli had great potential with other players. Like when you had that defense was always top 5.
I know that, but are you going to make him bet? Are you going to say he made the players around him better?
Yeah, he made Antonio Brown into something. And you can't even make an excuse. When he went to the Raiders, he did nothing. And then he went to Brady on the Patriots. He still was decent, but he wasn't that great. When he finally went to Tampa, like he was fine. You had Tom Brady throwing the ball. It was more of an upgrade than anything.
See, but think about these receivers that Eli had and where they were after their career with the Giants. Hakeem Nicks went to the Colts. He wasn't that great.
But it was tail end of his career, though.
Victor Cruz went to Chicago.
Tail end of his career.
Yeah, but he wasn't old.
Tail end, but it doesn't matter. Like you're not the same after so many surgeries and everything. Look at Odell. Odell still wants to play, but even when he went to the Rams, he actually changed that whole offense. He was still elite.
Yeah.
He won a Super Bowl.
He also had Matthew Stafford as a quarterback.
And you're going to say Stafford's better than Eli?
No.
Exactly. So that's
but,
a downgrade. But he's still out. He's still played.
Hakeem Nicks' last year was 27. He was 27 years old. So I wouldn't say that was tail end. He retired young.
If he had surgery and stuff, yeah, it's his tail end. Because you got so many surgeries and not be the same. After your first surgery, you're not the same.
Yeah, we'll see that stuff that show up on Facebook.
What?
Like that. Look at Ben.
Oh my God.
Compared to Eli. Get the fuck out of here.
If you want to see this or take a screenshot, that's Ben compared to Eli. For everyone.
Every single one.
Every single stat. And they're all one-sided. So I'll run down. All right. Head to head when they played each other, 3-1.
Okay.
Games played, 236 to Ben's 249. Average, 196 to Ben's 208. You already said this number already. 117 over 117 over Ben's 165 and 81.
All right, so out of all the quarterbacks, where do you rank Ben?
He's top 10.
All time.
He's top 10.
All time.
Yes, I think he's top 10. Because a lot of people are going to argue and say, oh, Joe Burrow's better, Lamar's better, Josh Allen. What did Ben do more than they did? And their his second year. He went to the Super Bowl and won. They didn't do that. The only other quarterback I say that his second year is Russell Wilson.
All right, so you're saying top 10?
Top 10.
So you say he's better than Tom Brady because Tom Brady's number one.
No.
He's better than Drew Brees?
No.
Is he better than Peyton Manning?
No.
Is he better than Brett Favre?
Yes.
Is he better than Aaron Rodgers?
Yes.
Is he better than Phillip Rivers?
Yes.
Is he better than Dan Marino?
Yes.
Is
Marino has numbers. He doesn't have the champions.
Yeah, but it's a team sport.
Don't matter. Marino is more or less on numbers. If we're saying individually, Ben is better because he has the numbers and he has the Super Bowls to back it up.
So is he better than Joe Montana?
No.
I don't know.
Like you're gonna say he's like Rivers is better than him? You're out of your goddamn mind.
Because I'm going with Tom Brady.
Yes.
I'm going with Drew Brees.
Okay.
I'm going with Peyton Manning.
Okay.
I'm going with Brett Favre.
No, you're out of your mind.
I'm going with Aaron Rodgers.
Out of your mind. I don't even consider the MVPs. He didn't do nothing with it. How can you have an MVP season and not go to Super Bowl?
It's a team sport.
Now, it's not a team sport when it's an individual award.
But it's a team sport, though.
It's not when it's an individual award.
You're
MVPs
missing. MVP is an individual award.
Yes, it is.
But it is.
You're saying
But
it's not.
But no, I'm saying it is. But the Super Bowl is a team sport.
It's just like saying Ben Roethlisberger is better than Joe Montana.
It's not.
Not a chance in hell.
No.
Ben has better stats.
Yes,
Not
Ben.
better stats.
Yes, it's the champions. It's a championship. Like, if no one ever won a championship, it's no comparison to Ben. I'm sorry.
But it's a team sport.
But now when Ben's putting up numbers at stat pad half the time too and helping himself out.
Antonio Brown. James Harrison. He had a good defense.
Yeah, but who scored the final touchdown?
San Antonio Holmes.
But who threw it?
The
Thank
quarterback
you.
position.
Ben did. Come on.
What?
Ben's the only one. He's the only quarter. Yeah. Ben put that ball perfectly. Who marched down the field to get him into that space?
I'm not taking that away, but I could
top
name
10. There's no argument.
of all time.
Yes. He's top 10. Because do you consider him the greatest Pittsburgh Steeler?
The greatest Pittsburgh Steeler?
Yeah.
No.
Who are you gonna say?
Terry
Joe
Bradshaw.
All right. I can't disagree on that one. But Ben had the better numbers than Terry.
All right, let's look at the ranking of career all-time stats. All right,
No, if you're gonna put up ranker or stupid shit, he's gonna be in the 20s.
no. All right, Ben Roethlisberger is all-time. Ben Roethlisberger is fifth all-time.
Fifth all time.
Passing yards, 64,000.
So he's fifth.
All right, yeah, he's fifth for that.
Yeah, he's always in the top. Even the touchdowns, he's in top 10 category.
Passing touchdowns, he's eighth, 418.
He's top 10.
Passing completions, he's sixth with 5,000.
I told you, he's almost in almost every category. He's in the top 10. Like, listen, I love Rodgers. But if we're going to compare, like, he's won MVPs, but Ben won more Super Bowls and been to more Super Bowls than he has.
See, but you say he won more Super Bowls. That's where I get you with it's a team sport.
But he had to play well to get into that position now. He played very well, especially in the division with the Baltimore Ravens. That always had a top 5 defense, and always had to play him tough and made great plays. No one, if you put Baltimore in a different division at any time, Baltimore is running that division hands down.
Yeah.
It's just because the Steelers were in there and they had a good defense and their offense was better.
So what you're
better.
So what you're saying is Ben is not a system quarterback.
Not really. You can put him in any system. We had this conversation before. You put him in any situation. Even we said it on the last podcast. It was like, if you put him on the Giants roster right now, I guarantee he'll make that team look better
With that O-line.
with that old line. Because what he would have done is quick passes out the pocket, hold the ball for 2 seconds, boom, down the field. Especially you have Malik Neighbors. They have talented receivers, the Giants do.
Yeah, they just didn't have
You
a
just don't have a
quarterback.
great quarterback. Like, you need a quarterback to make those plays.
Yeah, which is why I think
even without a great quarterback, Malik Neighbors still put up 1,000 yards and broke the
Yeah.
record and everything.
That's
So what
why
does that tell you? They have
that's why they have the receivers. They just don't have the quarterback.
receivers.
That's
Yes,
why I
They
think if you
need a
get
top quarterback.
like if
but-
you get a Russell Wilson, I think they'll be better.
That'd definitely be better because you could get better at the long ball. Like, that'd be like Slayton's like better, like that'd be his bread and butter. And then you just put Neighbors like in the slant or like something like that. Like they'll be just fine. But it's also that line needs to be better. But back to the Ben talk, it's like you're not gonna put him in a top 10 where he's top 5, top 10 in every single category you put him in. Passing touchdowns, passing yards, completion percentage. He's top 10 in every category. And you're not going to put that guy in the top 10?
So is Eli.
Come on.
Eli
He
ranks
had- He had
Eli
better
ranks
season-
11th for touchdowns. Eli ranks 11th for completions.
He was outside the top 10.
Eli ranks 11 for passing yards.
He's legit outside the top 10.
Yeah, but that's because Stafford passed him, Matt Ryan passed him, Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers passed him.
Yeah, of course, because
They're
they
still playing.
consistently- But Green Bay, when he was there, had a consistently good team. Had a good, consistent team. Even when they're supposed to be in real boat, they still were better. And also, you could say, too, oh, they played in a weaker division. They did. Detroit sucked. Chicago sucked. And the Vikings sucked for so many years. That's why you could say that, too, for them. But they still were consistent. They still won games and went to divisional games or went to NFC title games. Like, the fact is Rodgers is definitely, and Rodgers is top 10 as well.
I could make the argument that he's not.
Well, you're gonna put Drew over him, even though they both have one Super Bowl, but one has 4 MVPs.
Yeah.
And another one has 0. Okay.
All right. So,
Let's-
you want me to
okay.
hear my argument?
Go ahead.
He just has one Super Bowl and one
Okay,
MVP.
so does Breeze.
All right. Forget it.
What? You're gonna put Breeze over him?
I would.
The one that Breeze has going is a Super Bowl in numbers.
Yes, but he had lack of talent. And his defense always let him
So you're
down.
gonna tell me when he had Jordy Nelson and Cobb that they were top receivers? They were not.
No, he made them better.
Is
All right, back to Ben.
Come on.
All right, so he's eligible 2027.
He's getting in.
You have Adrian Peterson.
Peterson's gonna be a while. He's gonna be a while. He's not getting shoe in.
All right. Then you have Alejandro Villanueva.
He's gonna be a while too. Linemen's take a while. The only one I can see going shoe in is Kelsey.
Andrew Whitworth.
Year or two.
Antonio Brown.
With his stunts that he's doing outside the field a while. Maybe not at all.
Cam Newton.
Not at all.
Yeah, I agree. Brian Jones.
Who?
Brian Jones. I think he's a cornerback from Dallas.
Get out of here. Right, exactly. Thank you.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Yes. That's the class of that year?
Yeah.
No, yeah, he's a fucking shoe-in.
And then you got Dante Hightower.
Hightower might because he's a 3-time Super Bowl champion, and he's maybe not a shoe-in, but he definitely is a Hall of Famer. Peterson will get. They might put Andrew Peterson just to have somebody shoe in, but listen, it'll be a kick in the ass if Eli gets it in 2027 when he goes to be with Ben.
Could be.
Because that class is so. Because like this year's class wasn't like it's great, but it's not like comparable.
All right, and then 2026, you got Maurice Pouncey, Drew Brees, Geno Atkins, Larry Fitzgerald, Jason Witten, Greg Olson, Philip Rivers, Des Bryant, but I'm not worried about him.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Smith, I don't think he gets in. Mike Pouncey.
It'll take a while for him. The
Sean
Pouncey
Lee.
brothers, Sean Lee's going to be a while too. Pouncey brothers going to be a while. Drew is definitely a shoe-in Hall of Famer, and so is Larry.
Yeah.
They're both shoe-in. That's what I'm saying. Eli might get in that year because to everybody else, he's the better player. Anybody else in that draft class, minus Larry and Drew, he's the better player.
Yeah, I agree.
So if he doesn't get it next year, something's going on because Rivers is going to take a while as well. He's not all shoe-in Hall of Fame, and if they
And
make him
he don't really have Super Bowls, and I don't think he's top 10 in this.
Larry
in stats.
has the numbers and everything. Like that's what Larry's going for. Breeze has the number in the Super Bowl. He'll get in for sure. Eli, I don't think he gets it this year. He didn't get in, but next year he will. He'll get in.
Yeah.
I think he will. And then the 27, I think because Ben's the only one that like is a shoe-in Hall of Famer in that class. And it may be Peterson, but he might be a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. But not to consider Ben top 10 of all time is kind of ridiculous.
I had my argument.
Yeah, but they're not good ones. Like, if he was like as what Eli's numbers, like a top 11, all right, I could see it. But he's like 5, 6, 8, and like lower numbers in like every single category, and you're gonna sit here and tell me he's not top 10, but he's making top 10 like he's in top 10 every category. Come on,
Maybe of our generation growing up, but
even right now his numbers are still solid. And Stafford might pass him, but Stafford's not gonna be considered like top 10.
no, I don't think Stafford's top 10. I say
Stafford's
like top 20.
He's definitely gonna be a top 20, but he got screwed over because he went to Detroit and sat there for all those years, so he finally got traded and went to a good team. If he left earlier, he could probably been a Super Bowl contender.
Probably.
He could have, absolutely could have. As soon as he went to LA, like even if he went to LA when the Rams went to Super Bowl for the Patriots and he was there, they would have won a Super Bowl with Matt Stafford. The defense would have kept that Patriots team to 13 points, while that offense would have scored a lot of points. Because Jared Goff might be the reason why Detroit is getting held back a little bit.
I can make that argument too.
That he is or isn't.
That he's holding them back a little bit.
I think he is. I 100% think he is. I think like you your favorite words is he's a system quarterback.
He is.
But I feel like every quarterback is in the system first.
No, it's not. And I think you get confused by the word system. When I say system quarterback, it's not always about the players they have, but can they read plays on their own. Like you put Tom Brady somewhere, he doesn't need a playbook. You put Russell Wilson somewhere, he's gonna need a playbook.
Well, no, because he needed to know Bruce Arians' offense.
Yeah, but it's Tom Brady.
Yeah, but he still needed offense. It's a guideline.
Yeah, but he can go without it.
But I think you need a guideline to be successful.
Not all quarterbacks.
Yeah, most of the time you need a guideline. You can't just go in there willy-nilly and like not have a guideline. Like look at Russell. Like he said, screw it. Like I don't want to listen to your dumb. And then did that stupid shit, and then he got paid all that money, and then he got traded to Steelers, and actually had a decent season when he actually had a decent guideline.
Yeah, so he's a system quarterback.
Okay, but I feel like any quarterback can be a system quarterback.
Not
And
really.
it's a guideline principle to have a good offensive scheme book.
Yeah, but there are guys who are successful without it. Like they don't need a system in place.
Yeah,
They
but
could
you can't say that,
run
like,
their all offense.
yeah, maybe like nowadays, but like maybe back then, not really. Okay, Chris,
What's that?
you're getting called.
Oh, they're gonna
Um,
tell him to come on the show.
no, he's getting called. No, like any, I feel like any other like team that go like even if you put like if you put Kyle Murray into like the offensive line of, let's just say a better one, I'll go on a playoff team. Put him in Minnesota Vikings, he'll be successful.
I don't know.
I think he will be. I think Arizona's kind of wasting his talent and everything
I don't know. I don't think he's that good.
because they don't have a good offensive like team, honestly. Like we all thought that Marvin Harrison Jr. would be like a top 5 receiver. He turned out to be like a top 20 receiver.
Yeah, I think Murray's overrated.
I don't know. It's the team that screwed him over, honestly.
They did, but I also think he's overrated.
I don't know if he went to a different team and actually has success and they're a good coach and everything. Like if you put him with Kevin O'Connell, I think he'll be perfectly fine. I mean, look at Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold had a fantastic season this year. Dropped close to 40 touchdowns and got to the play. Was a 14-3 team, and still looked fantastic. Like, come on.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you, but I don't.
Like,
I'm not the Murray guy.
It is the design of the coach and the team, but at the same time, I think Kyler could do. He was a top 5 pick in a draft, especially in college where it's a lot different from NFL. But he still performed at a high level, and Arizona had a chance to go to the playoffs this year.
They did,
but they're a couple players away. Like, who knows?
Yeah, they were close.
Like,
They were definitely close.
If I'm any of the GMs, I would try to do trade talks for Kyler Murray. Arizona's in like a top 10 in picking order. Who knows? If you trade Murray and try to get a freaking quarterback out of it, I wouldn't be
You
that
can,
mad.
but I don't know how
bad.
you'd be on a rebuilding team.
Well, not even to rebuild a team that needs a quarterback.
Yeah,
So,
but like the Giants, I don't think he would make the Giants better.
No, I don't think he would too because the Giants need a lot of help. Like if
Russell Wilson, Kirk Cousins, yeah.
Yeah, but Kirk Cousins is too much money though. That's the only problem I have with that. Like Falcons actually have a decent team. I like their team, but it's also they're also a quarterback away. Like, but I think you paid Kirk Cousins way too much money, and then
They overpaid for Kirk.
You're gonna but also you drafted another quarterback. Why would you try to get another role player? That would be my thing. I would have got like a second receiver, or somebody, like maybe an offensive lineman or something. I would never.
Yeah, they overpaid for Kirk, and then you bring in Penix.
Penix is not a bad pick, but at the same time, like I think if you already had it, or that's why you should have signed Kirk. You should have kept Penix, and I think he would have been out like a star. Like towards the end of the season, he actually was playing very well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they kind of threw a dice and they lost.
Yeah,
but they got lucky because they have Penix.
Yeah, I think it could be like the same thing as RG3 and drafting Kirk Cousins too. So I really don't know. I don't know what they were thinking.
I don't know. I mean, RG3 was like arguably like one of the best rookie seasons.
No, I know, but they drafted both quarterbacks at the same time, so it
was weird. I don't know why they did that.
So, like, I wonder why they signed Kirk and then drafted Penix, or the other way around. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were thinking.
I don't know. I guess they were thinking like he's older, so let's see. And he just got over like a season-ending surgery that was like really bad.
Yeah, it could
and
be,
I don't think he was
insurance.
100%. And then you didn't even play him whatsoever in regular season, so like he had all his rust on him.
Yeah.
And yeah, he had a great game against Philly, but at the same time, I don't know.
That was it. That was Kirk's big game.
Yeah. Yeah, and he could have won easy the games, but and especially Tampa had in the division where they easily could have like won the division, but they got hurt. And the Falcons had an easy sweep. They beat them twice.
Yeah, Tampa could have won. I mean,
Yeah.
Atlanta could have won that division.
They could have, but they choked it away.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know why. Like, I don't know. Penix could be the future, but they kind of fumbled the ball.
I think so too.
They set themselves back for a year, and now they're gonna try to get rid of Kirk Cousins, and they're gonna take a hit. Whoever
I
goes
agree.
and gets him is gonna take a hit. Any team. So you're gonna lose half the money because you have to pay for half his contract, and it kind of screws you over.
Mm-hmm. All right, Jimmy, this has been a blast. Looking forward to next episode
Yes,
where
sir.
we discuss the cruise. Last week we discussed our off-season, our mock drafts and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So looking forward to seeing you when you get back, when I get back, and we
Yes, sir.
discuss our trips.
All right.
I'll see you, bud.